Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up out there in the boxing community? You already know who it is. It's the Rize Podcast, y'all. The number one podcast in the land. You already know who it is. My partner in crime, Senior Cobbs, the CEO of the Rise Podcast. How y'all doing? Good peoples today. Hope y'all had a productive and prosperous day. Um, Before we get started, we got a lot to talk about. Let me get the sponsors out of the way. Five-time world champion, four different weight classes. You already know who it is. The hard-hitting, devastating punching power. GTD Promotions, first ballot Hall of Famer, the
Yes, sir.
best to ever come out of Baltimore, ever. If it's was something better than him, I need the names and I need to see some footage. Redesigning minds one mind at a time, because we know a mind is a terrible thing to
Terrible thing to
waste.
wait.
Um, the world is in an uproar. Every time you turn the news on, innocent people losing their lives at the hands of these bums. They don't need to be walking around this society. I wish we had superpowers so we could pick all the bums out and put them on a planet by themselves and let them take each other out. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I'm trying to protect the good people.
I don't think nobody arguing with you on that one.
I'm trying to protect the good people. I wish I had that superpower like Xavier. He could go do and see all the people that had superpowers in the world and distinguish them.
Hey, the
Um,
wood, what's up, the wood? Coach Calvin looking for you on a
the
popcorn
world,
tip. He say he trying to cop.
the world would be a better place. And Under Armour, thanks for all you do. Last but not least, say it with me, y'all in the comments. You already know who it is. Box.
Oh, oh my
What's
God.
going on, champ?
Yo,
I've been getting it in, boy.
nah, you must ain't see what the wood just posted.
I've been getting it in, champ.
God damn, the wood. That's
Then I've been having the kids
that's
working with
crazy.
me.
That's 5-month-old baby shot in the head. Pray for Chicago.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you,
Okay.
Sam.
I bring you on tonight, the wood. I bring you
Senior
on
can't
tonight.
hear you.
Y'all can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me, Miss Mona? Can y'all hear me? Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me.
I can't hear you.
I'm trying to see if they can hear me, if the viewers can hear me. Yo, yo. Oh, no, they can hear me. They can hear me. They trying to diminish what the Ride podcast is to Tank. Man, listen. They ain't knocking nothing off over here, champ. You know what I mean? Listen, let me let y'all know something. I was um I was watching something. They talk about Blue Blood. Shout out to Blue Blood. He even posted that Keith Hunter said that Tank was dirty and Spawn. He was beating Tank. Man, listen. Everybody got a story about what they did in Spawn until it's time to make the fight, and then you don't hear nothing but crickets, man. Like everybody did this in Spawn, everybody did that, but you don't hear nobody. You don't hear nobody saying let's fight. You know what I mean? Everybody talking that bullshit, but ain't nobody saying let's fight. Everybody doing the interview. All they know is Tank name. Everybody doing the interview. Ain't nobody signing contracts. So you know what I mean? Come on, man. You know it best dad ever. Everybody, I got you unheard of. I look now. That's what you want. Some people don't know what it is though. That's why I had it up there like that. Unheard of. Yeah, but every interview his name they using his name in every interview. Every time they say something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? No matter who it is, they bringing up Tank. Yeah, Gion Glow 9.5. Yeah, we almost there. You know what I mean? Miss Mona, I see you missed the live, Miss Mona, but that girl Angel, man, she was happy as I don't know what. That was real nice from you, Miss Mona. Thank you so much. You made that day. Miss Mona said, sign a contract and get paid for your own value. You right. He the wood. Coach Calvin said he trying to cop on that popcorn. He said he need 4 more caramels. He said point him in the right direction. He smashed that. I told you that popcorn was out to change the wood. Franklin Henson, thanks for your support, Franklin Henson. Lil Luciano said, Coach Squeeze, you doing a hell of a job with baby girl Angel.
Oh, thanks, man. I pushed her today. The day was Monday. She, I'm back working out with the kids. So I'm doing it. So I told them, y'all can't let no old man outdo y'all. So, and the funny thing, she was coaching me today. I was sparring one of the kids. She was my coach. She was saying, Coach, you got to move your head and work your jab a little bit more. I looked at her, I said, oh, okay. Her and Corey was coaching me.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. I told your daughter, I said, where my water at?
H Money Mob Senior, what you think about Bill Haney saying they want Tank next? I believe it when the contract gets signed.
He don't mean that.
I believe it when the contract gets signed.
Tank said fight the winner of them. Crystal Parnell.
H Money Mob. What he was just live on Instagram? Instagram or YouTube. He said H Money Mob say Senior. Bill Haney was just live. He said forget the Cambosos rematch. They want the Tank the next fight. Listen. Like I said, I believe it when I see the contract, man. I believe when I see the contract because they talking that shit, but they got to pay Cambosos to step aside because he already activated his rematch clause. So they got to pay him to step aside and then figure out how they go. Come on, man. But what that was on? Normally y'all send it to me. Ain't nobody send me that. That was on Instagram or YouTube. Oh, Best Dad said he was holding it down. He said he was on everything boxing is what he was live on. I was going to war with him. Okay. Let me check this out.
Oh, damn.
Damn, boy. I would like. Everything boxing. Oh. How long is this? Oh, it's 4 hours long. I was trying to play the clip. Oh. I gotta watch this interview. They were saying they don't have to immediately fight Cambosos next. Yeah, I'm just reading the description. Team Haney reveals they don't have to fight Cambosos in an immediate rematch and most likely won't. Devin Haney says he wants Gervonta Davis next. Man, listen. How you feel about that? You guys let me know like around what time they started talking like that, best dad ever. I'm gonna try to check it out. Hey, yo. Hey, Coach Squeeze.
Yo.
Real quick. Tail of the tape. Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis.
Number one, they hollering Devin is a more technical boxer. No. Devin has good boxing skills. Yes. But I think Tank can play chess with him. I think Tank faster than him. I think Tank got a quicker jab than him. And you know, Tank going to that body, yo. Devin gonna have to stay on his bicycle, pump the jab. I don't know what else to tell him because Tank gonna parry that jab and counter off of it. He not worrying about getting hit from Devin. So it's gonna be a hell of a fight for Devin. Only way I could see Devin even having the ability to win is to put on his skates and box his ass off and try not to get hit by Tank. Tank gonna do what Tank do. He gonna play chess. Haney tends to slow down in the second half of the round before the bell ring, and that's going to be his demise against Tank. That's going to be.
Boy, bring the Swami in real quick while you breaking this down so we can get him on there.
All right, y'all.
All said Everything Boxing is a hater podcast against the PBC. Go ahead, I got you. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. The one, the only decorated coach, first ballot Hall of Famer. Y'all already know who he is. He back in the gym with the amateurs, getting them on deck, getting them ready. The one, the only, all the way from the lobby to the boxing gym. Lint ball swarm in the building.
What's up? What's happening?
Hey, coach.
Yeah.
They just He said Bill Haney just went live on YouTube, right? That light again. You gotta hit that light behind you.
Oh, 1 second. Hold up.
Bill Haney just was on YouTube on Everything Boxing. Said they don't have to immediately fight Kambosos, and they want Tank next.
That's bullshit.
That's why I'm glad you jumped on.
That's bullshit. They ain't fighting Tank next. They don't want Tank next. They don't want Tank.
Go with that bag squeeze.
It'd be something wrong with the contract as soon as they get it. That's bullshit.
They said Bill Haney said it. They want Tank next.
This year?
They want it next. The next fight. They said they don't gotta fight Kambosos next.
Nah, I pray that he for real. I pray that he for real, man. You know what? If they fight Tank's neck, I got enough respect for I got respect for him anyway, but he's a true champion if he fight Tank next. But that ain't gonna happen. Tank want him too, but they don't want Tank. Just like this kid keep Hunter talking about. He sparred Tank. Tank couldn't take his power. Floyd poured Tank out in 4 rounds. All this bullshit. Like Rolly was talking. Now he trying to get a title shot. You know what I mean? Why you ain't signed with Floyd, a big promoter? Because if you had any talent, they gonna snatch you up. He out Vegas. Why he ain't with nobody? You know what I'm saying?
He trying to get that check.
And if you only sparred Tank for 4 rounds, you ain't really sparred Tank. Tank sparred 12. He sparred 12, 20 rounds. You ain't sparred Tank. He was in there playing around if he only sparred you for 4 rounds. He can't even go 12 rounds with Tank, you know? The other one trying to get a payday.
Yeah, that's all. I seen. I
put Jalil Hackett on his ass. Jalil Hackett, 4 or 5 fights, he'll beat the shit out of Keith Hunter. Mike Fox beat him too. That was Tank's partner for the Barrios fight. Fight Mike Fox. He beat the shit out of Keith Hunter too. Everybody want Tank because Tank.
Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear it?
Devin Haney had talking about what they want. I'm gonna when I get on the podcast. Man.
Yeah, I just want to drop a little clip. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he talking real spicy over there.
Yeah, it sounds good. They're good. They're good peoples, man. But fight business, nah.
Well, I was just telling him I believe when I see the contract.
Exactly. It priced itself out.
Coach Squeeze was breaking down the tail of the tape when you came on. You want to finish up, Squeeze?
Yeah, like I say, a lot of people don't know. They say Devin is a hell of a boxer. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Devin look better in sparring than he does in his actual fights. I'm not wrapping my head around that. Go back and look at the sparring sessions. And you gotta look at the people that's in front of them too. Are they on his skill level?
No.
But saying that, I like Devin on the basis of, you know, he doing the right thing. He a young black brother. I never hate on my kids doing the right thing. But Devin makes mistakes. If you look at the Jojo Diaz fight, if you look at the Linares fight, even the Cambosis fight, if Cambosis would have let his hands go, he would have had a better chance at him. Devin trips over his front 2 feet. When he throw the jab, sometime he lags it out there and don't bring it straight back. That's not gonna work with Tank. Tank gonna counter him and put him to sleep. And mark my words, easy work. Easy work. Tank too fast, he too sharp, and you going to sleep. Tank, you ain't messing with Tank bag. You ain't messing with Tank bag, yo. He got 2 kids he fighting for now. You not going in them babies' mouths taking nothing out of them. I'm telling you point blank.
Rico McCall, thanks for your support. What's going on, OGs? I hope you guys are doing well. It's time for Tank to send Devin Chin to Africa, Ryan Chin to South America, and Shakur Chin to Antarctica. Don't you think, OG? Thanks for your support, Rico McCord.
I agree. That's what I like about this podcast. This is the root of the champion for real. Ain't a whole bunch of people making up shit. We want to fight. Tank want to fight. And then hopefully they want it for real. You know?
I just think like Devin gonna have to really box with Tank. You
Listen,
know what I mean?
he just said it. He said he saw Devin spar in the sparring session. He looks better than he do in his fights. That's because in the sparring session they working with Devin. They not really, that's working. Tank in a fight, Tank ain't working with that man. Tank on that man. Please take the fight. That's all I'm gonna say. Please take the fight. Please take the fight. Next.
Oh, they was talking about the podcast.
No, they weren't talking about the podcast.
No, the best that was because he said something earlier, but I didn't understand him. He said, "Yeah, they try to diminish the podcast, saying Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny don't be on here." Oh wow, they hating like that over there? Nuh-uh.
Wow.
We doing something right.
That's crazy.
Coach Kenny on here 4 nights out of 5.
Trust me, they looking at they're going back looking at the old ones.
Nico De Niro, only one person can lose by is himself. Thanks for your support, Nico.
And
you know what?
About this kid Keith Hunter, man. It's called himself the
I ain't get to get into that one yet. Let's go. Let's get into that one then.
He's talking about Tank is a front runner, but that's a fighter that's strong at the beginning and fade at the end. Tank knocked everybody fucking out. He went 12 rounds with Isaac Cruz with one hand, but he called him Tank a front runner. He knocked Barrios out in the 11th round, but he called him Tank a front runner. Tank gonna get your ass anywhere from, like Calvin said, round 1 to round 12. He gonna get you.
Limp ball. I pulled up.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I pulled up Keith Hunter fights. Yo look like a Linguini Robley.
He can't. Matter of fact, Broly beat him.
Limp ball small me.
Yeah.
I'm saying this live on the Rize podcast. I'll whip his ass.
I agree.
I'm 3 weeks in. My legs coming back. My reflexes. I'm looking the counter. I'm keeping. Man, I eat that boy, man. He a clown.
I agree. He was calling out Iceman a couple years ago.
He got the worstest footwork. He's slow. He leave his right hand down, chin wide open.
Let him tell you he the best boxer out there. Everybody fear him. Ain't no promoter trying to pick him up. That's what part I don't get.
Yo, Ugas say what's up in Ugas.
What's up, Chad?
Jax, thanks for your support, Jax. Don't fall for it, gentlemen. Kambosos already has a rematch, and after that, likely go to 140. They're trying to get a reaction and promotion off Tank name.
Again, like we said last week, every time you fight, you got to mention Tank name so your numbers can go up.
Until they send money, ignore it. D, thanks for your support, D. Bob not going to let that fight happen. He trying to keep them belts over Top Rank. Yo,
I agree.
I'll say it again. You know what would be to me would be one of the most iconic things in boxing if we were to get Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Tank knock his ass out and cut and give him the 4 belts back.
That's the same thing I said last week.
Give him the 4 belts back, huh? You need them more than I do.
And he can
I just
still
want to let you knock whoop your ass, huh? Here you go. You know what I mean?
Matter of fact, yeah, he still be the champion. Give him his belts back.
You know what I mean? You can have him back. You know what I mean? Yo, that's crazy, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, like listen, that would they'd never be able to stop talking about that right there. Tank whoop his ass and then give him his belts back. You take him.
But Keith Hunter, would make more money right now if he work at Walmart. If he work at Super Walmart. So I get it. He wanna go in there. This would be his biggest payday to get knocked the hell out.
Exactly. He trying to talk himself into the fight just like Rolly did. Exactly the same.
He talked like he got a little sugar in him.
By the hand gestures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, no, his voice. When he was talking, at first I was like, I thought he was a comedian, like, with gloves on.
Yeah.
But they say he actually a fighter. I had to look him up.
Shit crazy, man. Tank the cash.
Yo, like, but it like, I be, when I'm driving, when I'm in my truck. When I'm in my truck, I try to watch whatever they talking about on YouTube or whatever. Yo, right. every fighter that has the interview, Tank name is mentioned. The Tank is always in their interview. You know what I mean?
Lightweight division, exactly.
No. It don't even matter the fucking division no more. Like, it don't matter, the weight class don't matter. All that from lightweight to heavyweight, Tank name is still in their fucking mouth. From, you know what I mean? He's still the star of your interview. Come on, man.
Crazy, right?
Yo, you had Tank, Devin, and Shakur on $1 Million Worth of Game. All of them was a Tank interview.
They can't fight without mentioning
all three of them interviews. Come on, man.
They have to mention Tank name, or their fight won't sell. They have to, or their fight won't sell.
Ryan Garcia talking about he wants smoke.
I'm going to fight on TV, and I'd say I want Tank next. I'll beat Tank. I'll whip his ass. That's gonna make everybody go watch my fight just to see what I look like, and that's what they're doing, getting their numbers up. No damn well they ain't gonna beat no damn Tank, and they don't want to fight next. All that shit's
what's up, Mr. Rainer? Miss Mona said, well, they won't get views either.
Exactly. That's that Ryan Garcia bullshit.
He talking about he don't want to fight Tank.
Ryan Garcia gonna get his ass beat by Fortuna.
Listen. Yeah, I just hope he fight, yo. That's all I'm asking for. I just hope he fight.
Well, let me break it down for y'all out there. Look at the logic of it. It's just like starting a new job. Tank is the owner of the job. You starting a job, you want to be the owner of the company. You don't want to be an employee. So when you mention Tank name, when you start the job, you want to go see the owner. It's nothing wrong with that, y'all. Don't get upset about that. People mentioning Tank name, y'all. They gonna mention them. That's what they do. And like Limpo, Swami, and Senior say, they going to sleep. They going to sleep. That's the biggest payday. Why do you think anybody wanted to fight Floyd? Why do you think anybody? And Floyd smoked them. Marcos Madonna, that nigga fought Floyd twice. He hit the $1 million lottery twice. Went into retirement, and he went up to 225 pounds. That nigga looked like Hootie and the Blowfish. He ate good. He ate good, man. So, look, you calling a man out with, was it 27 knockouts? You calling a man out with TNT in both of his hands. Something ain't registering. So I know your light bill might be due. You get ready to get set out. So you can't fight a $2,000, $3,000 fighter. You gotta go for the gusto. Get knocked out and get your biggest payday ever. I ain't hating on that.
Hey,
Butch,
go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Butch the Can Man saying belts mean
That's where I
something.
was at.
Belts don't mean nothing. All we want is the W. Put them up, we gonna knock them down. Belts don't feed you. Belts take away from you, my brother. You got to pay sanctioning fees. So what's important about having a belt? That's not gonna put no stamp on your legacy.
Thanks, I heard. Hey, yo, listen. So the belts, right? This is my opinion, right? So the belts, right? They said Devin Haney got paid $360,000 in sanctioning fees. Correct? Break down $90,000 of belt sanctioning fees. The belts cost more. It costs more to have them than to do don't. And then Devin needed those belts to try to get the big fights. Tank selling out every fucking arena he go to without the belt. So what would the belts do? If I'm already selling out arenas, what does the belts really do?
They look shiny around your ass.
I'm just saying, yeah, it's good for that accomplishment. It's good, but I'm already selling out arenas. In the politics and the business in boxing that's going on right now, you know what I mean? Them belts, man.
You see that picture behind you?
Mm-hmm.
You see that picture behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at your son's face. You see his face?
Mm-hmm.
And what they call him at the gym?
Junior, baby Tank.
Baby Tank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't he look like he having fun?
Yeah.
That's what Tank doing, having fun knocking their asses out. That's fun to Tank. They don't get it, yo. Boxing is fun to Tank. Tank used to fight outside his house every day for free. Beat people up. Yo, I heard niggas was scared to come to school. Yo, is Tank in here today? Tank was going in niggas' pockets.
Hey, I'm going to bring a guest on, y'all. All
right. Shut up.
Hey, Limpo Swami. Yeah. You ready to bring a guest on? I got to get off at 10. I can't do that 11:30 stuff.
All right, just keep it short. I know. I just sent him the link.
Shut up.
Yeah, though, man. That's cool that they calling them out. That's cool, man. It happens. And then I ain't heard up about. I like to see the video where they try to diminish the podcast. That's cool too. We not worried about that. Cause guess what? Ain't none of them niggas gonna come out up and put their hands on near one of us. Coach Kenny, Cal, me, or Senior.
Well, what happened? What I missed?
That's Michael Fox father?
No, that's Mike Fox.
That's his father.
Hold up.
That's his father right there.
We can bring him on.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready, Coach Squeeze?
From DC, right?
Yeah.
Huh, Coach?
Yeah.
And that's Michael Fox dad, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a fighter, but either one is good.
All right, y'all, all the way from DC, decorated amateur and pro. He has a couple of sons in the game. He's a wizard of the sport. one of our brothers from another mother, and he's an icon. You talk boxing, all on the boxing circuit. They know this brother name all the way from DC, from the curry out buying the chicken in the box. Hands with it plans. Michael Fox dad.
Yeah. I'm on the show.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Fox. Hey, Mike is my son, buddy.
Yeah, look. I thought I was talking about your son, right? But this clown calling Tank out. What's his name? Out Vegas.
Who?
Keith Hunter.
Yeah. As soon as I seen that, I said, "Man, fuck Tank. We can put your son on him."
Yeah.
Or Jalil.
Yeah, he trying to, everybody want to make a name for themselves.
Exactly. He want the money, but he don't want that fight for real.
Nah, probably not. I don't think he at that level yet. I mean, but ain't no shame in the game. I don't put it like this. I don't think he at that level for them to consider him to get that fight. I won't say he ain't at that, the level. I'm not gonna say what level of boxing he's on. He's doing pretty good, but I don't think nobody would consider letting him take that fight as far as the TV, anything like that.
Right, he ain't big enough. Right, I got you.
His name don't carry. He gotta have somebody that's gonna carry.
Right, his waistline ain't big enough.
Well, first of all, thanks for being on the podcast for the first time. We appreciate your presence and bringing your wisdom to the podcast, man. It's been a long time overdue. I'm sure Calvin and Kenny been working with your guys for years doing the amateur and the professional circuit, and been working with your sons, both of them, which is doing real good in the sport. I like to add, I've always been a fan of your son. Watching them do the amateurs. I called them the praying manus because he was long, linky, and you know what I mean. He knew how to use that jab and his length. But I'm not gonna hate on these guys. He's not worthy of it. But if they don't market themselves, that's the only way they can get themselves out there. The social media bug is getting these guys noticed.
Well, like I said, I wasn't gonna say worthy of it. I'm just saying at this, you got to have a reason for Tank to fight. You had to have a reason for them to put you in there. He's not a tune-up guy, and it might be that he might possess a little danger for no reward whatsoever. That's kind of how I look at it. It's kind of no reward fighting this kid. Mario Barrios had belts.
Right.
Everybody else had a name or something that they could carry that was worth getting in there with Tank. I mean, whether or not he could beat him or not, he probably still has to position himself. He got one loss, right?
Right, one loss.
Yeah, he probably still would have to get in like at least the 20s. What do you got, about 18, 19 fights now? A couple more fights.
Yeah.
And, what's he ranked? Is he ranked anywhere?
Not that I know of. He might be in the top 20. I don't even know if he's that high. You know what I mean?
Yes. He
trying to talk himself into an ass whipping like Rolly did. That's what he's doing.
Rolly was, he had some type of a belt. He was bringing something to the table. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much. And the belt that he probably lost probably dissolved, and there was a way to dissolve it. But I guess the talk, plus he had a little bit of talk with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And this and
the funny part is, I'll take Keith Hunter over Rolly.
I think Rolly will beat Keith Hunter.
Nah, I'm going with Keith Hunter over Rolly, bro.
I'm going with.
Keith try to stand with and just trade with him, which would be stupid. Then Rolly got a chance. I'm
going with Rolly over Keith Hunter, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear this.
Rolly is awkwardly cock strong, and if Keith steps back and get hit clean by any of that crazy stuff, I don't think his chin tough enough to take it.
I don't think Rolly. I really don't think Rolly. I mean, he punches hard, but it's the skill level is so low that it doesn't really kind of make a difference. And I think, to be honest,
I was gonna say, go ahead.
Like when Tank said, when they asked him, man, after fighting him now, do you find a different respect for him? And Tank was like, no. I mean, he didn't really show anything that we didn't think he had. We knew he could swing wild. And Kenny saw my video before. I said he gonna come in there swinging wild. Tank is gonna counter punch him, and it's gonna be good night, Irene. I said that before the fight. I said he's gonna swing wild. People don't realize that Tank, to be honest, Tank still has a lot more to show. Nobody's really giving him that. He's just going with the knockout. But Tank sets that up. He's a good counter. You can't be a good counter puncher without being a good boxer.
Exactly.
And people don't realize that nobody's just giving him nothing to show. You know, the guys that he's with, he kind of like, I don't think he really respects their punching power. So he don't really, he just goes right through them. Like, Santa Cruz, he just walked through it. They was like, oh, yeah, he getting touched. Yeah, you too small. So you can touch. I'll let you touch me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll make a big difference. I don't think Rolly doesn't possess, I mean, punching power without any type of accuracy or any type of just swing for the fences is not really, to me, punching power. That's just a guy that throws for the fences. Couple fights he lost, he shouldn't even won. But like I said, hats off to him for putting himself in a position to make the money he made and to do what he did in his boxing career, because it's probably capped right about now.
Exactly. I agree 100%.
If he don't get a rematch with Tank, and he fights anybody in the top 5, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. I don't think he really showed any. And then the sad part is, if your coach is saying, yeah, Tank ran, man, Tank boxed you. He started touching you. Soon as Tank snapped his head back, he probably said, oh, now I'm touching you now. You know what I'm saying? First, yeah, maybe Rolly, he won maybe the first round based on activity. But then after that, once Tank started touching him and making him miss, that's boxing. For your coach to turn around and say, oh, yeah, Tank ran from him. So did you think Tank was just going to stand there and trade with him?
And let you hit him? Right.
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
His coach don't have no knowledge of the sport, man.
That's what I was going to tell y'all. When y'all was taking Rolly, I'd take Rolly, but you got to give me Rolly with a different coach.
Well, that ain't Rolly. I mean, Rolly might be a whole different fighter with a different coach. I mean, it's a whole different person.
I ain't taking Rolly.
Look at Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer became a world champion after he decided to change his coaching team. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different fighter then. So now, when Rolly gets another coach, we can revisit this.
Yeah, I mean that will be my best suggestion to Rolly, get a new coaching team.
I don't think he has the brains, really, not to be funny. I don't think he has the brains to get with a serious coach because of all the nonsense he brings with it. To him, in his mind, he did some good shit. Like he figures he chased Tank all around. In his mind, to say, and like Tank, everything Tank said, I got to give him his credit because he could have really shit it all over the kid. He was just like, man, I don't really feel it deserve a rematch because, I mean, like Tank said, if it went like 9th and 10th and I just happened to catch him, then yeah.
Right.
But all I had to do was wait for him to get a little tired. And basically he told the world, I'm gonna wait for him to slow down a little bit, and then I'm gonna start touching.
And in camp, that's what we wanted Rolly to chase him for the first half of the fight, because Rolly gonna start stumbling over his feet and start reaching for Tank, and we're gonna counter it. That's what we were planning. We worked on that shit over and over in camp, man. And it played out perfect. You know?
Yeah, man. They don't realize, man, you're not gonna become, and like I tell you, you're not gonna become Tank's a national champion. People don't realize. And in the amateurs, Tank wasn't sleeping a lot of people. It ain't like he was like one of those guys that, well, watch him, he putting dudes night. He done clip some people. But in his high level, he didn't. He just relied on boxing skills and the skills to win them tournament. He does have skills. People just don't realize. They just think he can hit.
Right. They gonna learn though. They gonna learn eventually.
Yeah, as soon as and that Ryan Garcia, look, I put that clip up. A dude said, "Oh yeah, He probably, what about if he corrects that problem? I said, Slim, this is like 3 different fights of him doing this.
Right.
With that, put both your hands out like it's gonna be okay.
Trying to create space. That shit don't work.
And then when like people like he was surrounded by greatness. To me, right about now, Canelo with Floyd gone, Canelo is the king of boxing to me. And he was surrounded by good. If you can't listen to good dudes that's telling you, like when Slim was jabbing at his stomach and came over top, that's boxing 101.
Right.
You getting caught with.
Right.
You getting caught with setup 101 punches. You still reaching down trying to block body shots.
Right.
They took care of this kid real well, but now I think De La Hoya is trying to cash in on him. He want to fight Tank. And he's probably telling him, look, you're not going to get nothing better than this. And slow rolling your career, look, you're getting touched on by
mediocre dudes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're out punching guys. You're like a tall Pacquiao. The style-wise, I ain't going to disrespect Pacquiao. He ain't at your level yet, Pac. But he's all like, I say that because Pacquiao was really pretty much all offensive. And that's how Ryan is. He's an all offensive fighter. Once he tries to get you, he uses his punches well, but as soon as he gets in there at a different level, that kid's gonna be, he better start his crooning career. Get one of them boy bands.
Yeah, I agree.
Tank gonna put him in one of them boy bands. He gonna start singing. He ain't ready for that type. And then every clip they show, he was getting hit with a left hand. That just is like a recipe for not calling out Tank. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, right? Tank going
every clip you getting hit with a left hand over the top, your arms are stretched out. You're just trying to say, it look like you're saying, please don't hit me. And now you want to go against one of the hardest left-handed fighters in that division.
In the game,
Yeah, in the game, and especially in that division.
Exactly.
Tank's punching power will carry up to at least 140. 147.
Yeah.
It might be a little different, but anything below 140 and on, he's gonna be punching pretty good. 140, it might take him a few longer to get you out of there, but he'll wear you down. 135, and that's based on Tank and Rolly. Now there's some guys at 135 that the matchup might be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Ryan Garcia is not one of them.
Nowhere close.
He ain't one of them. De La Hoya about to cash, and that's all in. De La Hoya calling all in on him. That's exactly what's happening. He know. I gotta get him now before he get up. If somebody else clip him.
Yeah, they better hope Fortuna don't get him.
Yeah, Fortuna might get him. I mean,
Fortuna better than the last guy he fought.
Yeah, Fortuna move, and I mean, this ain't no cakewalk fight. I mean.
Not at all. The last
Fortuna, this ain't the same Fortuna that was fighting maybe 2 or 3 times a year. He neither though. But this might not be no cakewalk for him.
Right.
I mean, if I had to bet, I would bet with him because I think it's designed for him to win. But a good Javier Fortuna might give this guy some trouble.
All right, see, I just need to see Fortuna fight back. If he fight back, then he got a chance. He got a shot.
He struggled. He struggled with that last guy, man. He struggled bad with that guy, man. And they brought that guy in to get knocked out.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have a good time. I mean, like I said, but once you get at a certain level and these fights get down to maybe once a year or once every year and a half, man, it's hard. It's hard to stay sharp. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think trying to rush him out. That's what they might be trying to do because he was supposed to fight him beforehand. A while ago, I forgot what happened. Maybe it was COVID or something. But yeah, so man, Fortuna, it shouldn't be a cakewalk. It's a good name for Garcia if he gets through it, but it could be a dangerous night for him because Fortuna might step up. Oh yeah, this is my chance to get back on top because that's what it is.
Exactly, he training hard. This is training, and he gonna take advantage of it. Watch.
Exactly. He beat him. Now he can start calling out some people.
He back in the limelight. He back in the picture. That's what it's about,
Taking advantage of opportunities.
That's it. You say it all the time.
Yeah.
So time will tell. Yeah, I said, let me bring you on here, man, because this joker keep hunting, boy. Man.
I mean, Keith, you know, I kind of like the Hunter brothers, man. You know, they cool. They never done nothing to me. Never really.
The heavyweight guy's more humble. The heavyweight, but
Yeah, Keith. Yeah, you know, the outlaw. You know,
yeah.
he like talking a lot of trash stuff. I mean, but to his avail, you know, talking trash is what gets you there. Talking trash is what gets you there.
I asked Tank, has he ever sparred him? Tank said he ain't never sparred him before.
For real?
Yeah.
He ain't capping like that.
He capping. Tank told me he ain't never sparred him.
I'll say this. I can't even. Sometimes my boys say stuff. Man, you don't remember I sparred him? I'll be like, man, nah. I mean, sometimes like with no name, he might have sparred him when Keith didn't really have a name.
Yeah, it's many moves.
You know what I'm saying? And then like since he had a name, he probably didn't say spar him. He might have sparred him back in the day. Be like, you remember this time, that time?
Yeah.
You know, because they was around. You know, keeping them from Vegas. I'm sure they bumped before. You know, they probably bumped it. Just was probably some. You know, wasn't worth mentioning.
He so many people, big people since then. He probably forgot about him. You know.
Yeah, you know, by the time when Tank was out there, Tank was, you know, more in the lower fights until he started going back out there, you know.
Right.
First went out there, Tank would have 4 or 5 fights.
Right.
He could have, Keith probably didn't have one.
Right.
So it could have been one of them times where they sparred, they did a couple rounds and you know, Tank out there working on something and Keith getting out, or Keith could have just got out, but he just don't remember it, man. I don't remember half the guys, man. They tell me sometimes, I said, damn, home, man. But back then, y'all was just amateurs or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, dudes change when they get their pros, they get the name. So
yeah,
it's a very much chance. I wouldn't say Keith's lying because they was in the same. Now Keith was from somewhere else, it might be different. But it's a good chance they might have get a few rounds in the ring or something like that.
Possibility.
When they in the lower, you remember them now. Now you kind of were like, oh, that's that kid Keith Hunter. But back then, you know, Keith ain't had much of a name. He was coming out the amateurs. I mean, the bros always had good names. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't like he is now. You know, he's getting a little bit of respect in the pro.
Yeah,
I think got a little respect on his name.
They know him for his big brother more than they do him. Brother heavyweight.
Well, brother kind of led the way. You know what I'm saying? But Keith's doing a lot, like you said, a lot more talking.
A lot of cap.
A lot of people paying attention to Keith. You know, the brother know he gonna get a shot. Heavyweights, they gonna get a shot if you know they stick at the game.
Right.
There's too many heavyweights out there. You know, right now, you know, Keith got to talk his way into a fight.
He fucking with the wrong one right now.
Yeah, I don't think any network would kind of, and he'd have to have somebody really behind him. You know, if it wasn't for Floyd, man, we know Rolly wouldn't have got that fight anyway.
Real talk.
What's your take on Devin and Tank?
Man, let me say something. I know Tank 7'8". I don't care who Tank fights unless he fights my son. I'm going for Tank. I like Shakur Stevenson. I like Devin Haney. I like both of those guys. I think both of those guys are smart boxers. But anybody that fights Tank, because hometown wise, I'm going. I can't do a one coach's opinion and tell you why I would pick Tank over these guys because it's all coming from more of the heart than anything else. I think both of them. I think Tank has what it takes to beat either one of them, and they have what it takes to beat him too. If you're on your A game, but once you get at that level, everybody gonna have to stay on their A game. So okay. I don't think they don't possess nothing to beat them, but I'm always going with Tank.
My man, I respect that.
You know, I'm always going with Tank. But now Shakur and Devin, you know, to me, Devin showed me a lot. His last fight, he stuck to his game plan. Even when he was getting hit, he still, like I tell my son, I said, yo, you're not going to lose a person when you land 80 jabs. If you land 80 jabs in a fight, you should be winning. And let's they just killing you and you surviving off the jab. But if the jab is leading the way, like who lands 80 jabs on the guy? Normally 40-some jabs, 39 is high. He landed, and the jabs he was landing were like, I mean, razor sharp, and ain't no need for me to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If he would have started swinging for the fences, I'd have been upset. His jab was doing the trick. He didn't need much else. It set up some other punches, but he landed 80 solid jab, was snapping his head back, didn't give him his rhythm. I mean, it was a beautiful display. So Devin really got my respect because he stepped up with that, and he went all straight in the backyard, did it. Was about to do it without his father, and I thought that was kind of like a ploy. You know, I think they could have. Yeah, they could. I mean, come on, man. All this money we about to make the government, and they can't give this man like a 5-day pass.
Right.
That was my sentiment.
Back in his 20s.
That was
I'm glad they did because, man, you know, if he would have beat Devin, that's what the main excuse right there, where y'all stopped my father from coming over. And the father, I like the father because he keeps him calm. He, you know, if you listen to his coaching, he actually did a pretty good job coaching, keeping him calm, keeping him balanced.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He did.
Yeah, he kind of sets the tone. I like that. He's not really too explosive. He's not
overexcited.
Calms him down. Look, get back on your jab, man, and do what you got to do. I kind of like him. I like that dynamic. So they did pretty good.
Yeah, he ain't had no answer for Devin. Kambosos, like he didn't even try, man. You know.
Man, that jab, he tried. Man, you running all them jabs. Come on, Joe, you trying.
Man, I don't care what anybody say. Kambosos was high as hell, man. His nose was too red before the fight. Look like you know what I mean? Look like he was sniffing Snow Mountain before he came out there in that fight.
Yeah,
I ain't co-signing none of that, right?
Hey,
that jab was red from. No, he had a jab nose. That's what he had.
Yeah, but the nose was red before he even got cut.
Before he came out, his nose was redder than his cup, man. It was.
But you know, he had that. And he also didn't he have like a nick or something on his eye or something.
Something was going on with him, man. I'm like, look like he.
Man, look, I ain't taking. I'm not taking Devin's victory away from no cocaine, y'all. Y'all trying to cocaine his victory away. Hey, no, number one, that's Australia too. You ain't really going over there with no damn weed, no cocaine, unless you don't want to come back home.
But he already from there, so he got access.
Man, that I think that's one of them countries they don't play that drug shit. They don't play that drug stuff. So
you gotta tell me why his nose was so red.
I don't know. I'm just gonna give Devin. I'm gonna give Devin his credit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm not going to put.
He won. He boxed his ass off. He won.
He did, man. He did, and like I said, he got touched, and he maintained. That shows that the kid can sort of take a punch and still stay on his game plan. Some people might have changed. Man, oh yeah, I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna get that back and all that. He was like, "Nah, I get it back, but I'm gonna get it back the right way." That was a good performance on him, man. That stuff to go over there and get the man. That's good. It was just good for him, man. But like I said, if he goes against anybody else,
what's wrong?
Shakur, and right around that weight, those my two, like Shakur, Tank. You know, I like little.
I think Tank.
I think Gary's 126.
Yeah, Tank and Shakur is the hottest ones in the division, man.
Yeah.
They're the hottest ones in the division.
What do you think about that fight? Tank versus Shakur.
Same thing like I said before. I'm going with Tank, but Shakur a hell of a fighter and he has what it takes to beat Tank. Don't get me wrong. But you still gotta have a game plan, you know. You still gotta execute the game plan. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta execute the game plan while you're getting bombarded by that power. So you gotta go on that. Everybody has a plan till they get hit.
Gotta keep composure.
And Shakur but Shakur, let me say, Shakur is one of the most disciplined fighters I've seen him. I've seen him in gyms firsthand. I've seen him spar my son, and I've seen him like, I'm gonna figure this puzzle out. I don't care how tall he is. He's just that type of kid. I'm gonna figure this out. Let me get another round. Let me get one more round. Let me figure this out. He ain't one of those kids that gets in his feelings. You know what I'm saying? He's like a wizard in there, man. You know what I'm saying? These guys are at the top level for a reason, and now you're starting to see. So, like, at any time, like when you get a certain level, ain't gonna be no A and B side for real. It's gonna be who came to fight. You know what I'm saying? And who trained the hardest, and who's will, and who stick to their game plan. You know what I'm saying? That's when everybody in your team comes.
Who got the best tolerance for pain?
Yeah. Everybody in your team got to step up for fights like this.
That's
Every
real tough.
coach, every pep man, everybody. Your strength conditioning coach. Yeah,
Every
nobody can take off for fights like this.
the whole team.
So I'm not saying none of these guys can ever beat Tank. I'm saying my heart's always gonna go with Tank over any of these guys.
Right now, I'm gonna say it. Right now, can't none of them beat him.
Yeah, you're supposed to, Buck. You're supposed to say.
Right now, can't none of them beat him.
That's what you're supposed to say. So yeah, I mean, but
Let
facts on
me
fact. I'm just
let
saying.
me let me say something, man. Let me say something. I was letting y'all rock for a minute. I ain't say 2 words. Let me say something. One thing about Tank, man. Tank put that work in. Tank worked extremely hard. Shakur worked extremely hard. Devin worked extremely hard. But I'm going to tell you the difference that set those guys apart, that set Tank from them. He just not knocking people out. He's setting it up. If you look at the knockout, look at his knockout reels. He bait you in. He set you up. And there's no escape. It's just like when Jaws get you in his mouth and you swimming in the ocean, you ain't getting out of Jaws' mouth. That's your ass. Tank is Jaws. He the great white shark of the division. I love me some Shakur. I love me some Devin Haney. But if you don't got enough to keep Tank off you, and Tank counter punching is so lovely, and he sets it up so nice. I ain't gonna lie. I think Shakur got a way better chance than Devin. I'm just keeping it 100.
I would agree with that. I mean, facts.
And
It'd be hard to argue that Devin Haney is a better skilled fighter than Shakur Stevenson. And every fact would go. I mean, with the Olympians, you went to the same amateurs I went. I went far. I mean, Shakur is just like a total skillful fighter. It's 100% skilled. Devin is a skillful fighter too. Don't get me wrong, but Shakur is at a different level of when it comes to skill. You know,
I ain't gonna let you off the hot seat. I gotta hit you with this one. Earl Spence, Bud Crawford, who you like and why?
Errol Spence. Errol Spence is the heavier guy.
Oh, let me watch the buttons. He might try to kick you off for saying that.
Yeah, Errol Spence, the heavier guy. Errol Spence is a pinpoint, accurate puncher. You know, he doesn't waste punches. Only way you'll see Terrence Crawford win a fight like that with him is if he can push Errol backwards, and nobody's been able to push Errol backwards if he don't want to go backwards. I mean, Terrence is a hell of a fighter. Don't get me wrong. I think some of these fighters you got to feel you run out a little bit. I think Earl could probably go up to 54 and make some statement. He might could even do something at 160, as high as 160. And that's where he'll cap out. 168, anything like that, he's gonna be too small. But Bud Crawford probably would struggle at 54. Easy. 47, he still got mastered. Like I said, he 35, he was a beast. 40, he got all the belts. 47, it'd be a little different. I mean, Danny Garcia was a beast at 140. 47, he couldn't clip really nobody. It's the whole, and he was a hard hitter. You know what I'm saying? 47, a little different. Earl been running it. I mean, and he doesn't waste. You don't just break. He's breaking people's faces. This ain't just like 3 fighters. He done broke their orbital bone.
Exactly.
This man can punch, man. And then he humble about it. It's times when they say he got a little bit. Even he tell the story with Floyd. You know, he said, man, nigga still was being disrespectful, but he gave my respect. He just got to do it. And, you know, he got some story. He got some sparring stories. You just don't hear from him. But I've heard stories about his sparring and who he clipped and who he actually put to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Not to spread no rumors or nothing like that, but he don't say it. He's a humble guy. I like the way he fights. Like I said, he eats punches like everybody else eats punches, but he delivers, man. And he has accuracy. Like I said, he don't waste much of nothing.
Let me throw another one at you then. Let me throw one at you.
Go ahead.
Boots versus Bud Crawford.
I think Boots got a chance to beat everybody because his style, nobody really gonna be able to match the type of style he has, and he's coming in strong. I think Boots could be the takeover because I think they're gonna be honest. I don't think nobody's gonna give him a shot until like the Bud Crawford or something. Neither one of them will fight Boots before they fought each other. I guarantee that. They're not gonna fight Boots first because Boots could upset all that whole apple cart. They'll fight anybody else at 147, but I don't think Boots. You'll see. Watch this Boots Keith Thurman fight.
I think Keith turned it down.
Oh, he turned it down?
Yeah, he don't
probably good reason. They probably said, man, this kid's gonna kill you, Joe.
He said he'll fight Tank though, but he won't fight Boots. That motherfucker a bully, ain't he?
I mean, yeah, especially when you're at 47, you gonna call out Tank instead of.
I don't mean no harm, but Tank will beat Keith Thurman.
I'm gonna breathe deep on that one, Keith. On that one, Kenny.
I ain't saying Tank belong in the welterweight division, but he will beat Keith Thurman.
I'm gonna breathe deep on that one because I'm gonna say, like I said, I think everybody caps out at a certain level, and Tank carries punching power, but I don't know if Tank carries welterweight punching power.
No, I ain't saying with any welterweight, but Keith Thurman.
You gotta at least keep Keith somewhere around still the top. He still could be at least gatekeeper. Come on, man. The man ain't that far down, but we ain't gonna at least say he's still one of the prime people.
He ain't nah. Tank will beat him. Tank will beat him.
Now look, like I said, my heart will go with Tank. I will wonder why y'all took the fight, but my heart will go with Tank. I mean, because if you're gonna go up to 47, you might as well fight somebody you can get the most money for.
No, I wouldn't fight uphill like this.
So that's why I said.
But
I wouldn't know why they would take a fight like that unless Tank got to the point where he couldn't make weight. And if Tank stopped making weight, it ain't gonna be the same Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank's problem used to be a little bit of discipline, but he seems like he's getting it down. He's understanding himself now.
Yeah, he won't point.
You know sometimes it could be the kids, family man. Different avenues, just the way he talks different, you know.
Yeah.
He talks a lot different now, you know. He's mature. He still got some growing to do, I'm sure. But even in there, like I said, he could have shit it all on Rolly. Been like, man, get your bum ass. He was just like, man, you know, he looked good for, you know, and he'll give you credit and he'll give you the truth.
Yeah,
like, do you think did you learn? He's like, no, but that's the truth. What did he do that I was shocked about?
No,
he said that one little bruise he said came from like an elbow or something, right?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, you know, at first I was like, damn, he must hit hard. He must hit real hard. I'm sure Rolly hits hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he can hit hard, but like, you know, if you just let a guy whack in a bag, he can hit hard too. Everybody looks good when you go in the gym with that bag and everything.
Bag and hit back.
Yeah, but you know, come on, he looked like a buffoon, Joe. He looked like a buffoon, just crossing his feet, he running at throwing punches.
Exactly.
He started to look buffoonish. The buffoonery started kicking. Then, you know, his level started. You start to see what levels are at this game. You know, there's levels to this shit, and he basically showed something else. Give me another fight. It was another fight. Y'all want to know?
Go ahead, Squeeze. Give him one.
What you think about Fondor versus he calling out the Charlo brother?
I'm going with Charlo over him. I'm going with Charlo over him. He's strong. He goofy strong right now.
He don't have experience yet.
Hey, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you know, Hammer. I love Hammer. That's my man. I've known him since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I love him, but sheesh, sheesh. You know, that's all you can say. But that was Hammer trying to bully and run. I mean, I kind of thought he fought him a little bit wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Shorty just takes he takes advantage of his height. He uses his height wonderfully, but he doesn't fight like a tall fighter. Let me say that. But he does know his range, if you understand what I'm saying. He knows how to use that range.
He could
on
throw.
the inside and outside, and evidently he knows how to turn his punches. Because man, Hammerface was looking fucked up. Not to be funny. That shit. I hope that type of punishment right there can end the fighter's career.
Exactly. He might not bounce back from that.
To be honest, it's easier just to get clipped. He probably would bounce back easier just getting that quick flash knockdown. I think I caught one punch than that beating he took from that guy. That might be a retirement. I hope he's still all right and everything, and I hope his health is going good. But fights like that
he was at the Tank fight. He was at the Tank versus Rolly fight.
I know he's healthy is like on the street wise, but man, that could be shell shock looking at your face and it might not kick in. You might think you're all right until somebody start testing you again and you start remembering the healing process and what you went through.
That flashback.
You start remembering how these punches affect, man. And, man, that's when it makes a difference. That was a beat, man. You might could have stopped a little earlier, to be honest. Once his face started swelling up, he literally looked the closest thing. I know people joke about it, but his face was swelling up like he had an allergic reaction, or like the Martin joint. Not to be funny, but like the Martin. When I see stuff like that, that's a danger because you do have another fight in you.
That's like the you guys.
It could be one fight to dislocate your jaw, get you swelling up, and you just taking punishment you don't need to take. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the go out on your shield if it looks like you have a chance. After a while, I guess once Hammer kind of knocked him down, but after a while, it didn't even look like he had a chance.
Yeah, it was common sense that let's stop this, right?
Yeah, I know you're gonna be mad, but man, look, you might get a rematch. Like right now, I don't even think he could talk anybody to give him a rematch on that fight, the way his face was looking.
What you think about you think they should have stopped that you guys fight with Spence a little earlier?
It was like I said, once Spence starts breaking you down, it usually don't stop. It don't stop, man.
He punished him, man.
And the thing about Errol Spence, he has power in both hands.
Everything he throws is hard.
He has power in both hands, and people don't realize he was more of a later blossom amateur, where majority of our amateurs probably stop in their early 20s and they try to go pro. So when he was coming through the amateurs, he was probably one of the older guys.
He started when he was 15, but I looked at some video the other day. He was stopping jokers in the amateurs, man. And he started late. He was fighting dudes that was already there, stopping them.
Yeah, but say when you've never really seen an 8-year-old knock another 8-year-old out, right? No. So our guys, when they started 8, they kind of learned how to coach a little bit. You started 15, somebody might have told him he might even started boxing because he hit hard and somebody just trimmed it out. So the only thing he's ever known is probably hard punching.
Exactly.
He started out probably clipping people. So we just built on that. Our guys they was 8, transitioned in. Like I said, Tank wasn't known for clipping nobody in the amateurs.
No.
He wasn't known for putting dudes to sleep. I mean, he got a few guys, but they wasn't not saying they wasn't worthy, but not on a really higher level. Now Tank put anybody to sleep now.
Put them to sleep.
Yeah, he has possibility to put anybody to sleep. But coming up with amateurs, he wasn't doing, he wasn't, to be honest, not to be funny, and I'm not saying we have a higher level to make, but the main guys in our area, I mean, I seen Tank put some beatings, but he ain't lights out too many main guys, in the area. He will, you put the wrong dude in him, even in our area, Tank will put him to sleep. But he wasn't known coming down to the gyms, not like at Mayweather's gym.
He was just boxing shit out of people. He wasn't.
Yeah. At Mayweather's gym, he's known for clipping people and putting them to sleep. And they be like, yeah, he knocked me out once. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really,
I know. I ain't gonna call no names. I know a couple people in the area that he.
I mean, I know he got some Vicks. I ain't gonna call no names neither.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but he ain't known for when Tank come to the gym, it ain't like people like, nah, I ain't spawn him. Nah, I ain't gonna spawn him. I ain't at least not.
It depends on what mood he in.
My guys, yeah. Now I done seen him spawn some good guys. And
now your boys.
I seen a guy tell him one day.
Your sons, man, your sons are so nice, man. You don't want to go hard with them. You got some respectable boys, man. Since they were young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. When Mike
Great.
came to help him, man, that was all that. Man, these guys been knowing each other
That's
since they was
love,
8
man.
years old, man. They was probably before they could fight. Before they was probably 7 something. Before they could fight. These silver gloves. You know what I'm saying? Mike loved going out there with Tank and helping him out, man, stuff like that, and being able to do the rounds that he needed.
Yeah,
he said, man,
it was all
he was
love,
giving Tank
man.
all the rounds he wanted, and then some.
Yeah, it was all love, man. And that's what people don't know. It's bigger than boxing with us, man. It's like family. We've been around for years, over 20-something years. I remember your son 20th trophy, Big Fox. You
Man, probably,
20th
man.
fight.
You know, we've been around. Like I tell them, Calvin, he'll tell people. I said, man, I met Calvin. Calvin was putting headgears on backwards.
Yeah.
Putting the headgears on backwards. I said, man, you need to come around DC area, man. Let me bring you down, bring your fight. Yeah, Hearn Run. He wouldn't even have Upton. Matter of fact, Kenny was with Umar, and that was the big. That was the Baltimore crew. It wasn't Upton. Back in the day, it was Umar with Marvin and them and Maxell Taylor and all those guys used to come up.
Yeah.
They used to come down DC with who let them dogs out? Roo,
50 deep.
And Calvin just snuck his way in. Calvin snuck his way in with Upton, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Calvin received a lot of hate at first.
Yeah.
But because nobody, no other gym was standing up to Umar back then.
No.
Hey, coach, let me chime in. I wasn't saying nothing. I'll let you speak your piece.
Yeah.
But I got to interject on the Spawn situation, and you saying that nobody was like really worried about the upper echelon of Spawn, no fear in them from getting clipped by a Tank. I'd like to see these guys. You know, I'd like to be a fly on the wall when the Spawn take place. Just like Limpball Swami said, sometimes Tank taking mercy on these guys. He ain't really trying to hurt a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying Tank is Jesus Christ, but I know from what I've seen over the years, Tank, not the guys I seen Tank punish, these were no tuna fish kings. These were tough dudes, could take a punch and hit Tank. I done seen Tank take some stuff. So I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but I think that he could probably knock out anybody he really want to when he want to knock him out.
I'll say this in Spawn, the first time I've been around Tank since, like I said, he was 8. Him and my son fought 6 times. So I've been around since 8 all the time. And I've never, and I'm not saying it didn't exist, but I used to see him at the headbangers all the time when Adrian used to come, and I seen him spar. I don't know how many times, all his life. I ain't never seen him knock nobody completely out in my eyes in Spawn when we was around headbangers or when we went to the legitimate gym. Not saying he's never done it. I'm even not asking Kenny to say, well, who was it? I don't even want to know that, but I know he. Don't get me wrong, he's clipped some guys. Don't get me wrong, I know he has.
Hey, Mike.
But he wasn't known. Let me say this: when you go in headbangers gym or one of the gyms around our area or something like that, a lot of times, guys, I used to respect our area because guys would be like, if I bring some guys in, Fox, what's up with Slim? What he weigh? He working? Blah, blah, blah. You go in Floyd's gym, these dudes ain't just trying to spar anybody to come through the door. They too scared of getting embarrassed because of the situation up there. It's a different environment. We came in Floyd's gym, it wasn't nobody like, what's up with y'all, man? What do you weigh? Man, blah, blah. It wasn't nobody sizing us up.
Right.
It was motherfuckers leaving.
Hey, Fox, you know, very few people can pick up the phone and call Al Heyman, right?
Right.
Man, Tank, I ain't gonna say the name. He beat the boy so goddamn bad, knocked him out on his feet. His handlers called Al Heyman a lie and said He's disrespectful. He don't respect nobody. The kid ain't man. Before we got home, Al Heyman called and asked what happened. And it was in the DC area too.
I mean, look, like I said,
I'm gonna rap to you about that later.
Hold up, coming up. Was this within the last couple years?
He was pro. Hell yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you speaking on the amateurs. You speaking on the amateurs.
I'm speaking from the amateurs and his young pro career, because Tank did a lot. When Adrian used to come down, he would come down and be down the headbangers a lot. I done been up Upton a lot and work with those guys and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm not gonna ask Kenny who it was. I mean, I probably knew and forgot, but like I said, I guarantee it wasn't no what. I probably was like, oh yeah, probably, because Tank, a lot of people want to challenge themselves with Tank.
Yeah.
The reason why, and Mike can say the reason why he was able to spar Tank, of course he used his height well. He said, because I know. He said, Mike even said, he said, man, Tank caught me one time, Joe. It felt like somebody cut the lights off. But he said, we continue sparring. He said, I hit it good. Don't tell me. I know he's hurt people. I've seen a spar guy that I know was sparring, and this guy was like, and we were sitting there like, Joe, they need to stop this shit. And this guy was like, man, you going to have to kill me in here, Tank. You got to kill me. That's the heart he had, but he didn't go clean out. Right. It was enough like, nah, that's enough. That's enough. We had to stop it.
Well, I know you not that older than me. I'll be 53 next week, God willing.
Yeah, you old as shit.
So you probably got me by a couple.
I ain't got you by no couple, man. I ain't even 52 yet. So you got me by a couple.
You still a baby then?
Yeah,
you still a
I'll
baby.
be 52 this year. You got me.
You still a baby.
Yeah, we just talking about Tank now. Like I said, I've known this kid.
My point is why I said that. I've been around Tank since he was an amateur, just like you. The assassin in him, the quickness, the ability to get in and out, to let his hands go. We know what it calls for the amateurs for you to come out victorious. But as he grew into the grown man body, Tank, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, Coach Kenny, I think Tank got 27 knockouts.
On paper.
I'm talking about, stay with me, Kenny. Don't move too fast. Because out of the ring, he probably got about 350. But my point is, how many knockouts Tank got professionally?
Almost all of them.
Right? So my point is, I guess all of these guys he knocked out wouldn't high-level competition is what I'm hearing from the good brother, because he say the guys that got a little resistance, Tank ain't knocked them out up there at the jump.
So let's say this. You got to realize Tank has never fought anybody from the area. We talking about with headgear on and stuff like that. If you clipping people with headgear on, you know what I'm saying, and you clipping them, putting them out like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he never did it, because I watched him too when we went to Vegas. I watched him put a kid clean out. And I watched him say, Joe, yeah, Tank knocked about 8 or 9 of these jokers out. I'm just telling you, from our area, the Lamont Roaches and stuff like that, I don't know. Like I said, for what I view, it could have been times I wasn't there. I've seen him spar many a times. I've never seen Tank. And Kenny tell you, I've seen him spar many a times. I probably wasn't there, or correct me if I forgot an incident and you could remind me, Kenny, but I've never seen Tank put nobody to sleep in our area and spawn. When he working with like Pat Harris and stuff like, I've never seen him just nobody.
It's been a few times where he could have, but he eased back.
And that might be it too. That might be it for the long, and he ain't out there to kill us.
Yeah,
and he go out Vegas and he just stomps mud holes in them guys, because I don't really fuck with them. They ain't from home. Yeah,
some people like family, they grew up in the amateurs together, so he kind of hold back on them. But unless they disrespect him during the sparring session, then he'll tell you what round he's gonna put you out in.
Yeah. And like even Mike told me when he was out there, he said, man, we had a youngin', he's supposed to just work. He come out there swinging for the fences. And Tank had to put him out. And he said Tank had to put him out. I had to clean up all the work. I'm doing 10 rounds now with Tank.
Mike, this guy did 12, 15 rounds with Devin Haney, all the top guys out there. Garcia, he said he put 12, 15 rounds with these dudes. And Tank, he jumped on Tank in the first round, man.
Look,
and Tank
check this out. First of all, thanks for coming. Hey, I gotta go get out of here, but thanks. I appreciate you coming on. Don't be a stranger.
Oh yeah,
but I'm gonna leave you with this. There was a guy that was a multi-world champion. He didn't work in the store, but he authored. But I'm going to get off the podcast and I'm going to leave you with this part of. His name rhymes with order. He said that was one of the worstest things he ever done in his life. Was spar this young man. And that's a high level competition guy that says, this kid has dynamite. I never been hit like that out of a small package. He said it out of his mouth. So I don't know who them guys up there in your gym is. They must be some bad mofos.
Well, I'm gonna say this: the guy rhymes with the same name you are. I've seen plenty of people from our way put hands on that guy. Put hands on him, like you'd be like, this is him. I know exactly who you're talking about. We just will let the world guess. But I've seen plenty of guys put hands on him. I've seen the pop stop the spawn in the middle of spawn and scold him. So that'll give you a clue. But I've seen plenty of people put hands on him. But it's his fight style. It's his fight style, and he's going to try to trade. He knows nothing else. He can't go out and box him. He knows nothing else. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I've seen plenty of people touch this guy because he
now I'm going to go, you saying that, I'm going to go back to something you said earlier when you said Earl Spence breaks these guys down and you look at their faces afterwards. I guess you need to go back and pull up the after fight post conference when Earl was sitting behind the podium and look at his face at the Shawn Porter fight. Come back on the show and tell me how I look or bring a picture up.
Okay. And okay, you do that and then you answer this question. Name any time at that fight when you said, "Oh my God, Earl might lose this." Earl contained that fight the whole time. He did what he had to do. He kept it wild, like Earl told him. He said, "Man, you fight like you drowned." You know what I'm saying? He maintained. It was never a part of that. Every round, I was like, "Joe, it's getting worse and worse." And you might say, "Well, Crawford stopped him." It's one thing to be the dude that's undefeated. It's another thing. Once them losses pack on, he knows he can lose. He's a different fighter. I don't care. An undefeated fighter and a fighter with losses, two different fighters. And like I said, he's rough. He can make it look ugly, but we'll see. Like I said, Crawford he's not an ugly style fighter. Shawn Porter gonna make everybody. All his fights are ugly. It's never a time. Shawn Porter would never make this is what you want to show your kids in boxing video when you train them. That would never happen. Except unless you're going like a straight amateur. You just gotta let your hands go. Man, this is how you win a fight. But nobody, it's hard to say, oh yeah, I bet you Kenny has never said, you need to go home and look at Shawn Porter. And I ain't trying to disrespect Shawn Porter, but it's his fight style. He's mastered that. I'm a bully. It's wild, but it ain't nothing you would teach a kid.
You saying that have Shawn made a lot of money in boxing?
Yeah. So
have he became champion before a couple of times.
Yeah. It's his style.
So
It's
hold
Sean's
on.
style. I'm not saying that. Look,
No, I'm
let
not
me say this.
saying
Let
you
me say this.
diminishing.
But
I'm
let
not
me say this
saying
though,
you
real quick. The key to a great boxer is knowing who he is and what he's capable of. Sean knows he don't care about trimming up his style. So, but Deontay Wilder, look at he won't never beat Tyson Fury because he has one punch's chance. But he's gotten so far in boxing because I know that. He even said, I started respecting him way more when he said this. He said, let me tell you something about me. It's going to take you 12 rounds to beat me. I just need 12 good seconds. He knows who he is. If you know who you are, you can get pretty far in this sport until somebody kind of capitalize on the shit and avoids the joint. He knows who he is. Sean knows I'm a bully. I'm a tactical. I'm just going to jump on you. I'm going to try to barrage you. And if you keep Sean off you, you can win a fight. If you can't keep him off you, he's going to become a world champion. But there's never been a Sean Porter fight where you would say, oh, man, watch this. Sean looks slick as shit in that fight. Or Sean was landing some A punches. He landed the punches he learned how to land.
He have done that in spurts in the fight. He had, but once he get hit, that's it. He throws it out the window. But I have seen Sean in a couple of fights later in the career pop that jab a little bit more and try to box a little bit more, even though we know that's not Sean Porter's style. I agree, but I have seen glimpses. I like his explosive. I like his athleticism. We know he got short arms. Sean, to tell you, if you watch his podcast, he one of the most humblest guys in the sport. And I know you're not saying he's not, but I'm just saying Sean be inviting people on the show he lost to. How many people gonna do that? He keeps it 100.
Yeah, if you want to stay in the industry that he's in right now, you got to keep it like that. Same with Paulie Malignaggi. If he ain't gonna interview nobody, if he can't say who beat him, you know what I'm saying? Shit, his list will be short as shit. If he only got the guys he beat, you know what I'm saying?
He squeezed. Miss Mona said Coach Kenny did it again.
What you done did, Kenny?
They took me, man. Every time I bring a guest on, they take over the show. I appreciate having you on, man.
Hey man, my bad.
Look, we had Hackett. We had Bernard Hackett on last week. Dropping the knowledge, man. You know?
Okay. This one y'all didn't ask me about. Let me say this. When Canelo leave around the 68, the next person there is gonna be Benavidez. I love to see that. That's the fight I love to see. Canelo and Benavidez.
I had a fight for you. I was going to ask you about.
What's that one?
Lorenzo Truck Simpson versus Ammo Williams. Now I want you to know this. I want you to know before you answer this. The Rize podcast. The fans already on your ass for the way you answered the questions earlier. So
I'll be honest. Truck makes weight. Truck gets ammo. Truck don't make weight. To me, he had a lazy camp, blah, 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 blah. But a good truck can beat a lot of people. Truck just gets in his own way sometimes. With like, you got to be able to make weight. You got to keep professional. You can't call a nigga a punk because he won't fight you because you 4 pounds over. And I'm not saying that's his situation, but once his professionalism starts kicking in, the same way with Tank. Now this he's way more dangerous now. This professionalism start kicking in, and you ain't got to worry about his off the field shit. So I'm going with Truck, and that's a hard thing. Well, now I go with Truck regardless. I love Truck. You know, I said known him since he was a kid too, but I go with Truck over Ammo. I think it's gonna be Truck has more skills than Ammo.
But
and I guarantee in the amateur, I don't know what Ammo did in the amateur, but Truck was an amateur standout. And if he didn't turn pro, he'd probably still be looking at the Olympics or something like that. Truck can actually go more than people see too.
Let me I'm gonna get off of here, man. But it was a pleasure having you.
Pleasure chilling with y'all, man. Look,
chopping it up with you. I love the way you broke things down and you supported what you said, and you wouldn't on no yes man shit.
Oh yeah,
That's
I ain't
what I
do that.
like
I
about
ain't
this
do that.
interview that you did tonight. I'm being 100. I like
I
that you
appreciate it.
gave your intake on it, because we don't want no yes men on here. We want to really know what your brain thinking and what you see. You've been in the game long enough to get your professional analysis on this. You're not new to this game, and I respect your body of work. So man, I'm gonna get out of here. You could keep chopping it up with the guys, but whenever you want to come on and talk about some fighters, some
Oh,
up and coming fights, um and chop it up with us guys, man, the door's open. Coach Kenny uh, um invite you in, man. Don't be no stranger.
Yeah, next time I let other people talk next time too.
You good?
nah, you
Good,
good. You good. No, we not.
you
Man,
good,
we
man.
good.
Hey, that's how
Pat,
our fans is.
man,
Listen, you
I
gotta understand.
appreciate
Hey,
y'all,
Fox,
man.
hey, Fox, you been on for a whole hour, man. Don't seem like it, do.
Nah, it don't seem like it up, man. When you talk boxing, that's how it is, man.
I appreciate it, man. I
All
appreciate
right, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all.
I
All right.
appreciate you for
All right.
coming on. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
No
Fox.
problem. No problem.
My man.
Yeah.
um,
Yo.
cl-
Yo, I gotta get this one. Lil Luciano said Squeeze on overtime right now. He wasn't letting that blasphemy slide.
Hey, please. You talk about you
yo,
gonna get up at 10 o'clock. I appreciate you hanging out, man.
yeah. You know, I just got tough with them all, but it's all good. Got some, working with my daughter. She going through some things, man. So
Oh man, I hope everything all right.
Yeah,
man, it's been hard on me with that, man. I'm really trying to figure this thing out, man. Kenny, you know what I'm talking about. You got girls,
Appreciate you,
you
Pat.
so I'm just
Oh, what you
Stay
saying? Like
prayed.
I ain't got girls, yo. I feel some type of way. I got girls too.
I'm
Stay
trying
prayed.
to
But your girls ain't at that age yet,
I
man.
got 21-year-old.
Okay.
yeah, but that was nice what you did, Miss Mona. Senior, you posted the video already.
Well, yeah. Miss Mona got a little upset because she didn't catch the live, but I definitely posted it. Uncle Val say I ain't never get to get on for a whole hour.
Seniority.
No, I appreciate you for staying on, Squeeze. Thank you, Miss Mona, because you
You
really
know why? I
did
ain't gonna
something nice
lie.
for that girl. And it
I
really brightened up
stayed
my day.
on because I like your opinions and what he was saying. He wasn't ignorant about it.
Man, Fox and them, they Hackett, all them good dudes, man.
Kenny and them been knowing them for years, and he was coming down the gym. I used to see him come down the gym and stuff.
Yeah, they got a lot of knowledge, boxing knowledge too, you know.
Hey, listen, one thing I want to tell you, I don't know if you remember Coach Kenny, that was his wife. Remember when I was in Vegas and Tank leg his leg was messed up. That was his wife that fixed it, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought that's the whole time. I thought that was his wife.
No, his wife wasn't there.
Okay.
No.
All right, let's close in arguments. I want to close with you guys.
Love over hate. That's it.
No, thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all, man. Appreciate it. Thank y'all. Hey, we had 9.5 thousand followers. You know what I mean?
5?
9.5. You already know. They looking for Truck and Tank. They ain't trying to hear shit. 10K, they want Tank. They want Truck right now. They say you like. They say Coach Kenny like a father that tell his kid he coming to pick him up and leave his ass sitting outside on the curb. They said Truck was supposed to be on the show yesterday. I said no, they was busy. Coach Calvin caught the flat, whatever. Y'all was working. I said, y'all busy.
We was out there trying to get that done. But all right, let's shoot for tomorrow.
They said they ain't trying to hear that shit.
Let's shoot for tomorrow.
Coach Kenny keep promising us Truck, and we ain't seen Truck yet.
Only God can make promises, so I ain't perfect. So tomorrow, let's go for tomorrow.
Though.
I don't want to make them mad. I don't want to make them mad and tell them I could have got Truck today, but
closing arguments. Miss Mona, that was real big what you did today.
Oh yeah, that was
You
great.
really boosted that young lady's confidence. Every little bit helps, but that right there, I think that could send her to new heights. So I'm just going. My closing arguments today is thanks, Miss Mona from the Rize podcast. We all
Definitely.
presented that to her as a team. So as we always say on the Rize podcast, peace and head grease.
Hey, Coach Kenny,
Yo,
squeeze like one of them old grandfathers.
hell yeah.